quilting oral tradition tells of an old grimoire full of magic quilt patterns. Among the patterns is one that has the power to blur the lines between fiction and reality, so that the quilter can no longer determine which is which. It's possible to stumble on the magic pattern completely unaware. Greetings all, and welcome to Dave's Craft Room. And on today's video, today is the day that I am making my zombie quilt. This video is part of my Halloween series, and now today we're doing zombies. I have here in front of me Alexander Henry's zombie fabric. And by the way, Alexander Henry Fabrics, the company, is I think closing down or going out of business because the designer passed away. Tombsday. This fabric is called Tombsday. So I scooped up some of their zombie fabric. We have 3 different zombie prints here, and then I have these zombie dudes. These are the zombie guys. So distinguished looking gentlemen who happen to be zombies. So I'm pretty much gonna sew this fabric up into a quilt. Sorry, my table is off. And then I also have 2 t-shirts here. This is a Dawn of the Dead t-shirt and Night of the Living Dead. The most classic, probably, zombie film. And the thing about t-shirts is that I've been collecting horror movie t-shirts for a horror movie quilt, which is coming next. But I decided not to put the zombie ones in there just because the zombie ones didn't really go with the rest of the other horror movies that I selected. Although they could have went in the quilt, it would have been fine, but I just decided that they would bring this quilt to the next level too. The idea is I'm pretty much just gonna do a grid of the print fabrics and some of these, and I'm also gonna applique some of the zombie men on top of the grid background, and I'm gonna have these in there. I want to put words on it like a quote from a zombie movie, like probably
"They're coming to get you, Barbara."
And put it like use my letter fabric that I've used in other videos. I'm kind of running out of the common letters, so I hope I can scrape together enough letters out of that. But this is a simple quilt, and the purpose of the quilt, not only because I love zombies, but it's also to use Alexander Henry fabric because it will be going away. This quilt is going to be so creepy and gross with zombies, and that's the point. I realize like zombies do not necessarily appeal to everyone, so this quilt is probably not going to be for everyone. People can love zombies, any age, any gender can love zombies. I think it comes from just like fascination with the world ending. So let's go. I have some queen size battings. I'm gonna make it queen size. This is a queen size 80/20. I'm gonna use this. I don't know what I'm gonna use for backing. I've got to figure something out. Cool, so let's go. All right, guys. So as I was up here working on my zombie quilt like a normal person, this hysterical knife-wielding woman literally broke into my house. The first thing I thought as soon as I saw her was, nice wig, what's it made out of? And then I was like, what's going on? Put the knife down. Then the news reports started coming in.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
And then I found out that there was literally people hiding in my cellar. Like, who does that? Once I figured out that we were actually in a state of real national emergency, of course I let them stay here. I'm not a monster like the zombies outside. But the thing is, they kept arguing about whether to barricade themselves in the cellar or to stay upstairs.
The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car.
And I was like, my craft room is the safest place. Obviously, I'm prepared. I fortified it against the zombies. I have a balcony there with fire escape that goes down, or you could climb up on the roof. This is a townhouse. So you could also climb to the neighboring balconies or to the neighbor's roof and so forth. So there's multiple ways in and out of the room. Do I look like this is my first zombie apocalypse? Do I? Anyway, I let them fight it out. I was like, if you guys want to fight about whether to stay downstairs or upstairs, be my guest. Like, literally be my actual guest in my house. And by the way, while you're here, you might as well make yourselves useful by boarding up my windows for me. I'm going to finish my quilt in the safety of my craft room.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
All right, so now Barbara came upstairs and told me to turn on the news.
We're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations.
Apparently, they've set up rescue centers and they want to take my truck to the rescue center.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
And I was like, sorry, Babs, my truck overheated. So she went downstairs to figure something else out.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
I'm pretty sure the power is gonna go out soon.
To kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain...
But luckily, I'm prepared. I have solar panels on the roof to power the essentials, so my sewing machine and the lights in here. These zombies can keep coming right along, but I'm committed to my art, and I'm determined to finish my zombie quilt before the world ends. Right, so it's easier to do applique on a small chunk rather than a huge chunk. That's why I've not joined these together yet. I'm gonna applique all this stuff down that I've basted with Flexi Fuse. Then I'm gonna join the sections, and then I'll only have like a couple. Like these go over a seam that's not done yet. So let's start some applique and then join the sections and then do the applique over those. Start here. All right, stunning. This is my zombie quilt. It's not as big as I said I wanted to make it because I did not have enough fabric. But however, I still only have the quilt size, the queen size batting in, so I have no choice other than to use it. But I will save the extra batting that I cut off to make baby quilts, so it's not going to get wasted. It's going to get used in a baby quilt. This is the backing. I need to iron this and sew it up into the backing. And then I'm gonna do a combination of machine quilting and tying it as well. We gotta hurry up before the zombies get in. So let's go. Guys, I have good news and bad news. The good news is I did finish my zombie quilt before the world ended. But the bad news is the world's about to end. Every dead body that's not exterminated becomes one of them. It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill. And as I was going downstairs to get a snack and check on Babs, I was bit by a zombie and I'm going to turn into one soon. Ah! Welcome to my zombie craft room. Okay, I have to put the thing on. Sehen Sie sich die How-To-Videos auf YouTube an oder befolgen Sie die Anweisungen in diesem Paket. Die Haut muss sauber und frei von Make-up, Haaren, Schmutz oder Ölen sein. Watch the YouTube videos or follow the directions on the packet. Probably not gonna do either. Ew. Oh, it's so gross. Okay, peel this up.
When ready to apply, peel off the plastic, exposing the sticky underside.